sun outlines his form in a layer of gold. Well, let's see what he looks. Ah. Oh my God. Oh. Hi. He is fine. Yeah, family, come here. Come here. Ladies, come here. Everybody, come here. He is fine. Well. Look where we are again. Back at another lovely game. Content warnings on the screen. Read it. We got it? Good, because I might have to adjust the sound a little bit. I haven't touched anything yet before this. My God, I do. For some reason, I cannot get the main screen to freaking show up for me, so I'm just gonna start the game, okay? If you're new here, hi, I'm Voyia. I play a variety of games. If you ever want me to play something, please don't hesitate to ask. And with all that being said, it would mean the world to me if you liked, commented, and subscribed. Hi, family. I missed you guys so much. That sound is atrocious. That sound brings me more anxiety than the picture that was up there. And maybe I'll put it flash on the screen what picture is actually up there, because it's not showing up for me. But let's get started. Act 1, Homecoming. So again, for me, it looks like it's running good. New York City. Okay. So I'm not hitting anything yet because I want to make sure that it is absolutely positively working good. And it is telling me it's working good, and I don't know. Like, OBS is saying it's working good, right? Everything else is saying, like, I don't know. Okay, I guess it fixed itself. I don't know what happened. Like, now everything is moving smoothly. Like, for me, the game looked like it was like jittering. But let's get started. Did I mention that this game is called Closetoobsession? Yeah, welcome to Closetoobsession. New York City. Dark storm clouds roll over the concrete jungle. That is New York City. I've always wanted to go to New York City. I wonder if it's worth the trip. Y'all let me know in the comment section, is going to New York City worth the trip? Because if so, when I'm a big old YouTuber, I might just visit and I might take y'all along with me. I'm gonna take y'all along with me. Of course I am. I'm gonna miss y'all. Rain pouring down in unrelenting sheets. A few people hurry to take cover. Others hold their briefcases and coats over their heads to avoid getting completely drenched. A vain effort on their part. 1 minute of getting caught in the weather, unprepared, and you're doomed. Unlike everyone else, you've embraced your fate. You're too exhausted to run, and the bear costume you're sporting is bogging you down. Thanks to all the water it's absorbing. Why are you wearing a bear costume? You know what? That's your business. Maybe it's her job. Maybe it's their job. His job. I don't know who we are right now. Every time you lift one of your legs, you feel like you got lead weighing down your insoles. Any extra cardio will probably cause you to topple over. And like a turtle that's fallen on its shell, you too will be effed and unable to get up if that happens. You regret not changing out of your work clothes. But what can you do? This is a cause of your own lack of forethought. Hey, that is not nice. The consequences of my own actions, you mutter to yourself, earning strange looks from the pedestrians. Not that you blame them. You're the crazy person walking around in a bear suit late at night, talking to themselves. Anyone would suspect you're up to something shady. Not to mention his costume has deep pockets, perfect for concealing knives as they are for hoarding goodies. Who thinks about, you know what? Okay, that's not the first thing I thought. It's like, I got pockets big enough to hold a knife. No, I got pockets big enough to hold all the junk I'm probably going to carry from bubble gum all the way down to lip gloss. You may have snagged a few things from the snack table while the director was shouting at someone and had his back turned. You kind of went overboard, but you don't regret it. You pat your sides, admiring your haul. Another night of instant noodles, and you would have lost what little sanity you have left. At least now you'll have some equally unhealthy alternatives to change from rather than choking down the same noodles again. Not to mention, I can make rent on time this month. Boy, we all have that feeling. Listen, I'm not coming here to talk about sad stuff. We here to see something fine, something cute, something sexy, okay? We're not here to talk about rent sucks and life sucks and what can we do. It's the benefit of abusing the freebie system at your job. Not that you hate it or anything. You're just doing your best to survive while using the few resources you have. You never really expected to leave Maple Weather, an idyllic town with quaint shops and a tight-knit community. The residents usually carve lives for themselves in the fields or by taking over the parent-owned shops, raising their own children to keep up the old age tradition. People who were born in Maple Weather don't usually leave. They live and they die there. That's just how it is. Anyone looking for more becomes an outsider. It's why you didn't question the status quo until you returned home from your graduation party and found the entirety of your life stuffed into moving boxes. They sat stacked neatly on the curve, one box on top of the other, like tiny skyscrapers. That is so messed up. For my lovely family members who've been kicked out of your parents' house, I'm so sorry. Just know, if I was your mommy, I would not be doing that. Okay? You could stay in my house until you're 80. I don't care. Your parents had also gone through the efforts of changing the locks. So, you did what anyone would. You panicked. Yeah. Cried. Realized you were shite out of luck before you finally hurried to scrape together the meager savings from the bank account and headed straight for New York City. Your bank account. I said the bank account. A lackluster smile finds its way to your lips. Oh, if only they could see me now. I've hit my peak in life. I'm a bear who wears and endorses deodorant for commercials. I don't know any deodorant brands that have bears on it. I'm truly an actor of my time. I'm truly an actress, okay? Self-depicting jokes aside, you've done pretty well for yourself. Sure, you aren't famous, but you were never interested in furthering yourself in the entertainment industry or pursuing acting as a career in the first place. Being a background character suits you just fine. You're satisfied as long as you got a roof over your head and a full belly. You can't ask for much more. You wouldn't dare to. You look down at your drenched bear suit and wince. Okay. Well, maybe I could wish for some dry clothes. Lucky for you, you're almost home. Your apartment is just a straight shot past the large intersection ahead. Okay? And hopefully we don't get hit by a car. Small crowd of people wait at the light. Sleek cars and taxi cabs zip by, pumping out exhaust in their wake, only for the smoke to dissipate thanks to the rain. I mean, thank you, rain. You shuffle your way towards the front of the crowd, careful not to step on anyone's toes. Sorry, I was trying to turn my phone off. The last thing you need is someone screaming at you for scuffing their Armani shoes and demanding you pay damages. You glance up once you stop just shy of the curve. Much better. Now that you can at least see the lights for yourself. As soon as the light turns green, you're booking it to your apartment and tearing off this bear suit. A nice, well-deserved nap will do you some good. You worry about dry cleaning your work uniform after. Maybe when the rain lets up. If the neighbors aren't locked in another screaming match, you'll consider today an all-around good one. You shift from foot to foot with growing impatience when a tall man wearing a hoodie steals your attention from across the way. Is he staring at me? You glance around before returning your attention to him again. Yep, definitely staring. What's his deal? Upon closer inspection, he doesn't appear hostile, but rather oddly serene. Like he's a man at peace with himself. You squint, noticing he's mouthing words that you can't quite make out. What's he trying to say? Does he want to talk? Do you know him from somewhere? An amusing smile tugs at his lips and he shakes his head. You're so confused by the interaction that you're not paying attention to the way you step off the curb. I don't pay attention. I pay attention to my surroundings, especially when I'm by myself. But when it comes to crossing that street, I'm looking both ways. Look, I've heard not even just random people and know of random people that's gotten hit by cars because they're not paying attention. But there are some celebrities that have gotten hit by cars because they weren't paying attention. You got to pay attention going across that street. And plunges himself right into oncoming traffic. Oh my goodness. The way I would have to turn away not to look at that. I don't think I'd be able to look at. You know what? I didn't check to see if y'all could hear that. It was just a car screech. Their screams are hardly filtered through the paper-thin walls of your apartment. So we're at our apartment. Thank goodness. Maybe he didn't get hit? You put on some random live tubers gameplay channel in a poor effort to drown out the noise of your neighbor's marital spat. Go ahead and just put mine on in the background. I appreciate it. You are amazing. Go ahead and just leave it there. And then don't forget to like and subscribe. Clearly, it's not working. They're getting louder by the minute. Something about infidelity, something about being good for nothing, something about threats of divorce. In about 10 minutes, give or take, they'll follow up with some aggressive bed creaking, using their argument as a weird form of foreplay to get their engines revving. Ew. I mean, makeup, how can I put this? Makeup schmecks is the best schmecks. That's the best way I could put it. Whatever it takes to keep the magic alive, I guess. But marriage counsel also does wonders. You head into the kitchen and fill up a glass of water from the tap. You sigh as you hear the slam of a cupboard. It's not like you haven't brought up your concerns to the proper channels. The landlord brushes you off the first time you broach the subject, informing you they've been at this for years before sending you a link for noise canceling headphones, The way, I don't know. I need to soundproof this room. So it's weird to know that I'm not the only one that's going through it because my neighbors are loud too. When I tell y'all that I had to lower the volume of one of my videos because all I could hear is boom, 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 boom in the background. It was one of the 14 days with you. I have videos I uploaded. Look, I don't care if y'all getting freaky, just don't interrupt me and Ren. So you're now forced to mind your own business. As long as they aren't killing each other, there's nothing you can do, no matter how much you like to. I would absolutely try my hardest, my bestest, my absolute, positively prudest to move. I don't even think that word fit in that sentence, but we're going to keep going. It's another price of living in a city. You try redirecting your focus by coming up with a mediocre meal using the snacks you nabbed earlier. Picking up a cracker, you steal a small bite before wincing at the sound. Following it up with a sip of water only worsens the effect. Memories of rain slicing through your lips, bringing you back to hours earlier. Dang it. You squeeze your eyes closed. You can still taste the tang of that man's blood on your lips, metallic, sharp, and just as jarring as he stepped off the curve and into the path of an oncoming semi, Jesus, that finally tore his gaze away from yours. You stood there, shell-shocked, watching as his body flew a few feet away before hitting the pavement. The driver of the semi couldn't hit his brakes in time. Large, oppressive tires rolled over the man's already contorted limbs. Bones snapped, crunching like tree branches torn off by the wind. His head caving in like a cracked shell of an egg, with the yolk spilling over. Ugh, my God. Is he okay? Okay, bad question. I'm sorry. You swallow hard at the memory. Your stomach, I'm sorry, I'm still laughing at what I said. Your stomach turning. You plant your glass on the kitchen countertop to keep from dropping it. Shoo-shoo. You just bore witness to a man committing shoo-shoo. And for those who are new here, the reason why I call it shoo-shoo is because YouTube be tripping. The moment felt surreal, so out of place that by the time the paramedics had arrived and collected his body, you had completely disassociated. You only snapped out of it after your neighbors started in on each other. You don't even remember stripping off your costume. One moment you were wearing it, and the next you were freshly showered and sporting a different set of clothes. Now here you are, your mind struggling to process a stranger's death while trying to figure out what to eat. Maybe I should skip dinner. Maybe. I mean, personally, I don't know if I could. I've witnessed death before a few times. I used to be a nurse. No longer a nurse anymore. I witnessed death a few times, and more so not in my nursing career, like not when I was an RN in training, but more so when I was a CNA. CNA, definitely. I witnessed a lot of death. Doing such a mundane thing in the face of death feels wrong. You're not sure you could stomach much anyway. Resigning yourself to the couch for the rest of the night, you sink into the cushions just in time to see the live tuber get jump scared by a sock puppet. What is he playing? If we said an animatronic, we know Five Nights at Freddy's instantly. But a sock puppet? Is there a horror game with sock puppets? Ugh. He falls off his chair before his head pops up, his headphones askewed. His antics manage to bring the ghost of a smile to your lips. Beautiful, mind-numbing content, full of humor. Well, I hope that's what I do for y'all. I want to pull y'all away from the stress that you have in life and to put y'all into a story that has nothing to do with your life. Maybe you can relate to it a little bit, but not too much, because these games, as you can see, get crazy. But I just want y'all to relate to it just a little bit and get into it and just be like, yeah, like this story is actually pretty good. Just what you need. You're about half an hour in, starting to doze off when your phone screen lights up. You retrieved it from the coffee table. What's your agent calling you so late at night for? You answer on the third ring, excuse me. Lee, what's up? Did something happen? Lee responds with the cheer of a man who's caffeinated and eager to take on the world. Okay. Hey, long time, no talk, and just wanted to pop in and call for a real quick chat. Okay. I don't know why I made him sound like an announcer. Let's keep going. It's nothing bad, I promise you. Do you have a minute? The tension ebbs at your body at his reassurance. Oh, okay, good. That's good, then I'm glad. And yeah, I've got time. There's a pause before Lee speaks, his tone lacking the earlier enthusiasm, now replaced with a touch of softness. Is everything okay? You don't sound like yourself. He's right. You sound beaten down and exhausted, even to your own ears. Were those acting chops of yours? You clear your throat and try to put on a performance of a lifetime. He doesn't need to know what happened. And you'd really rather not recant the memory for fear of reliving it in the greater detail. Just tired is all. Probably coming down with something. So, what did you need? You said you needed to talk to me about something? Lucky for you, Lee takes the bait. Right. So, get this. I've landed you a potential gig, a big one, and I wanted to gauge your interest, okay? Like, you could have just led with that. Another acting job. You scratch your cheek. I know. You mentioned you're thinking about leaving the entertainment industry, but I promise that this is something to write home about. And the best part, it's a long-term gig, meaning it's going to be more than your average commercial. We're talking a real chance at stability here. Ain't that what you always wanted? This gives you a genuine pause. A long-term acting job. Usually those get swept away by big names. People with their foot already in the door and who've proven themselves. Not that your work is anything to sneeze at. You bust your butt to deliver on each and every project that you've been part of. Yes, they're all mostly commercials. Some of them only made for local businesses with no intention of broadcasting to an audience outside of the city. But you put your all in it. What's the point of doing something if you're going to half-ass it? Your father used to say that while buried face deep in someone else's engine before gesturing for a tool. A solid piece of advice, all things considered. It's gotten you to where you are now, but you're not sure it's where you want to stay. You draw your legs up to your chest, lost in thought. Listen, Lee says carefully, punctuating the silence. I understand if you say no. It's your decision, and I gotta respect that. But I can't lie and say that I wouldn't appreciate it if you heard me out. So tell me, friend, what's it gonna be? Do I get to choose? I have no other option but to choose hear him out. So we're gonna hear him out. The choice isn't immediately obvious. You take a few minutes to mull over the implications on what taking on such a large role could do to you. And you realize, while there's a few cons, they don't outweigh any of the pros. For one thing, there's an opportunity for steady income. If this job is as stable as Lee says it is, then you can treat yourself to an actual meal for once. Since you moved out, it's been Sodium City. You won't need to smuggle food off set. You can pay your bills on time. Boy, if I can get YouTube going and feel this way, like steady income, I don't have to sit here and beg people's pardon. I don't have to sit here and ask for help and all this other stuff. Oh my God, you guys don't understand. Like, I go through a lot. I keep it from you guys because y'all are not here to hear me trauma dump on y'all. Y'all are here to be entertained and listen to stories and see some hot guys and listen to me be silly and goofy. So I keep it to myself a lot, but this is one of the things I kind of like struggle with, you know, having a steady income and so forth, and it just keeps going on and on like that. A lot of us do. And I don't want y'all to think I'm any different from y'all. That's why I tell y'all my family. Y'all keep me afloat. Y'all keep me pushing forward, and I love y'all for that. Because this is what people go through and they don't have people to talk to. I get to talk to y'all about it. They don't have any people to talk to. Not everybody wants to be a content creator. You might even earn just enough cash to put the extras in savings. As for the second reason, tell me something. Are they shooting within the city limits or an alternate destination? Oh, I can't remember the name of it. I'd have to look at my email again. But the site location is in a rural area. Okay, thank you. That cements the idea in your head. You could use a break from the city after the events of today. It's not always easy here, and you sometimes miss the small town life where things felt simpler. A change of scenery could be good for you. All right, Lee, I'll bite. Tell me the full scope. His response is instant. Of course it is. You can practically feel him beaming as he pipes up. I just knew you'd hear me out. You were always a go-getter. So get this. He dips his voice into a conspiratorial whisper, and you can't help but smile over the fact that he's treating his news like a juicy piece of gossip. Your agent is never boring, and it's one of the main reasons you enjoy his company. Apparently, there's some bigwigs who's got a series of novels to TV adaptations in the works. Okay, all right, I'm listening. I'm talking bestsellers, top of the chart for months with each additional release kind of novels. They've got a good amount of source material too. Do we know what genre? I mean, that is a good thing to ask, because you could be like, oh yeah, these are top of the chart. Oh yeah, it's drama. It's full of drama. Everyone dies type of thing. And people are just like invested in it. People are fighting and blah, blah, blah and stuff. No, I don't want to be part of that. Not that it matters, but your interest is piqued. You managed to take a sip of water without wincing for the first time tonight. It doesn't remind you of blood and rain. A mystery thriller with supernatural elements and a touch of romance later on. And why this role in particular? What makes you sure that I can get it? That's the thing. They approached me about you after seeing some of the work you done. They liked your acting chops and wanted to see if you'd audition for one of the leading roles. You nearly dropped your glass. They did what now? I told you when we first met, didn't I? You got that spark about you and you needed the right people to take notice. It's why I wanted to represent you. Your acting isn't that good. Is it? I mean, never doubt yourself. Like, I don't think I'm a good voice actor, but I've heard plenty of people tell me that my voice is good for voice acting. And I'm just like, you sure? You sure little old Voyia could be a voice actor? Because I'll try. I'll give it 110. I will go in there and act my butt off. But I don't think, like, of course I'm going to be nervous. I'm nervous now, even talking to y'all. So many of y'all now. But my thing is like, you sure that I would be a good voice actor? Y'all tell me in the comment section below. I don't personally think I would be, but I just take y'all word on it. That's all. Are you sure this isn't a scam, or they did mix up someone else you're representing? You need to believe in yourself more. You got what it takes in this line of business. I know you're satisfied with what you have, but it's okay to make goals for yourself and aim higher. He's got a point. I know it's just surreal to hear. Not to mention, you are mostly doing this to put bread on the table. You don't have grandiose goals when it comes to the entertainment industry, yet somehow you managed to stumble into a career that many fight tooth and nail for. No doubt, you still got an audition for a role, but the fact that they're interested in you speaks volumes. You're not sure how you got here. Okay, I'll go for it. They say at the same time Lee says, "Ah, found it." You blink at his sudden outburst. He gives a sheepish laugh, and you can imagine him scrubbing the back of his head. Sorry about that. It was driving me crazy when I couldn't remember the name of the town that they're shooting in, so I looked it up while we were discussing the other details. Okay? Point is, I found it. He then clears his throat before he speaks again. So, have you ever heard of a place called Maple Weather, Connecticut? Our hometown? Yeah? I feel like you would know that I'm from there, right? Like, 2 months later. He should know that we're from there. He's our agent. I am sorry for the little lag. I'm going to put this in episodes because it's lagging. I don't know what it is. I think it's just my setup. And I'm working on it, to get a better setup. But for some reason, certain games just lag. And it's ones with like higher stuff happening, basically. Maple Weather, Connecticut. Crystal clear skies and gentle breeze greets you once you hit Maple Weather. You step off the bus and onto a narrow dirt road. The winding path made it impossible for the bus to navigate the lush wooded area. Thankfully, you don't have to travel too far on foot. Your destination is just a short walk ahead. You close your eyes and inhale the fresh, sweet scent of grass, of dirt and summer blooms. It's hard to believe that you've returned, and even harder to believe that you landed a role for a TV series. You still had to audition despite the initial interest, but somehow you managed to land the role, and now you're here, back in your hometown once again. You're sure that you'll see a lot of familiar faces in the coming weeks. Your friends and family members who once meant everything to you are now born again strangers. I don't go backwards for a reason. This is the reason why I don't go backwards, because some people are crazy. You haven't gotten into contact with them in ages. How will they react, knowing that you've returned for a temporary stay? Only one way to find out. You take a deep, steadying breath before following the uneven terrain. Birds chirp in their nests high up in the trees, and you catch the sound of running water from the creek nearby. So many summers were spent here. You remember vibrant red hair, fits of laughter, and wet sneakers. You remember large, reliable hands pulling you out from the creek after you and your group of friends jumped in one after another. I've never been to a creek I never want to go, ever. You remember the lopsided smile of the boy who lived across the street from you. The boy next door. Max Ackerman? Okay, I'm not too good with names, okay? I let everybody know that all the time, that like once it becomes a name, like if it was a word, like, I'm like, okay, this is the word. But when it comes to names, I be mispronouncing everybody's name. Like I called somebody Sarah and they were like, no, my name is Sarah. And I'm so bad with names. I promise y'all, I'm not trying to disrespect y'all. If y'all come up to me or see me in public and y'all ever tell me y'all name, I can assure you that I'm not trying to be funny and be like, yeah, what is your name? Oh, your name is Bakeman? No, it's Brandon. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. Huh? Now that's a name you haven't heard in ages. But you don't think about him for long when the wheel of your luggage accidentally snagged on a rock. You muttered a curse before navigating around it. Several minutes of struggling later, and you finally catch sight of an inn up ahead. Thank goodness. According to Lee, the length of the production for the TV series typically spans over the course of a few months, so accommodations were made for your prolonged stay. The Lanternfly Inn. What a place. Trust me when I say you'll love it, friend. The name didn't ring any bells when Lee gave you the finer details of your travel plan, so you Googled it. But the snapshots you saw on the homepage did not do the place justice. Lee was right. Can I see the place now? I want to see the place. Okay, it's not that bad. I would stay here. Before you sits a pretty cottage, core-inspired building. The architecture itself is gorgeous, as its cream-colored panels that dapple intermittently with windows and wooden shutters. Purposely broken paving stones cut through the garden. Aw, I want one of those so bad. Like the little garden that, like a little stone walkway that leads to a garden. I want a garden so bad. Winding up to the wooden porch. A woman reads quietly in one of the rocking chairs. She doesn't seem at all bothered by the hammering originating from somewhere on the roof. You try to spot the individual, but you don't see them. Oh, you finally made it, dear. The woman who was reading spots you. She wedges a bookmark between the ink-stained pages to mark her place before setting her book aside and drawing herself out of her chair. She reaches for the plastic cane resting against the wall. You recognize her as the owner from one of the photos she posted online. A pleasure to meet you. I'm Patricia, but you can call me Patty. Hi, Patty. It's nice to meet you, too. You take her preferred hand in greeting before she turns to peer up at the roof and calls out, Dear, can you come down here for a moment? We've got another arrival, and these old withered bones aren't what they used to be. They need their things brought to their room. Oh, I don't like people helping me either. Like, you don't have to ask nobody to help me. You keep your maintenance man on top of the roof. I'm good. I'm perfectly fine. She waves you off with a dismissal hand. Nonsense. You're probably tired from your journey, and he's a strong young man. And my brain started racing. I'm good. You said a strong young man. My brain raced back to what is it called? Sunlit Grove. They were fine, both of them. The twins were fine. I'm just saying. The hammering stops, and you look up just in time to see a familiar face striding up to the edge of the roof as he tucks his hammer into his tool belt. Oh my God. Is it the boy that we just named off, Max, whatever his name is? The sun outlines his form in a layer of gold. Well, let's see what he looks. Oh my God. Oh. Hi. He is fine. Yeah, family, come here. Come here. Ladies, come here. Everybody, come here. He is fine. He needs to. Oh my God. The way I would live out my countryside fantasies. Oh my God. I'm not doing a country deep voice accent. That thing was tearing up my voice when I was doing it last time, but we're not doing it. Oh my God. Max. Yep. Of course, we would think about the kid with the weird face, and then this shows up. Oh my God. Wait a second. You kind of look like the person that won't show up on my screen for some odd reason every time I start recording. Okay. He's really grown into himself. The last time you saw Max, he was scrawny thanks to his super fast metabolism. A boy with all awkward angles and ill-fitting clothes. Okay. Back then, you used to joke about how you could take him over the knee and snap him like a twig. Can you now? But now, you just wind up hurting yourself if you tried. How much milk did that man drink to get that much muscle mass? Sure thing, Mrs. Orcher. Just give me... Oh my God, don't blush when you see... Sir, you are fine. Do not blush when you see me. Max cuts himself off mid-sentence when he notices you standing there. Your gazes meet. You lift your hand in greeting with a faint smile. Hey, long time no see. His lips part, clearly stunned by your sudden presence. He blinks a few times. When you don't disappear, he scrubs his eyes before leaning forward to get a better look. I mean, did I meet your expectations? Tater Tot? Is that really you? Did he just call me Tater Tot? One of the tiles break off and gives way, causing Max's legs to slip. Oh no! You watched in abstract horror as he sent pummeling off to the side of the roof before landing in a sea of flowers with a harsh, unforgiving thud. I don't want to see two tragedies, and this one's fine. This would be a devastating tragedy for this man to go. He lies completely motionless once he hits the ground. Was that a crack just now? Oh God, not again. Not Max. Horror sinks its teeth into the marrow of your bones. You don't want to get closer. You don't want to confirm or see the blood that's surely pooling around Max's head, painting the once beautiful garden in a violent red. How could this happen? In your best effort to escape the memory of the stranger's death, you may have just bored witness to another.
Max.
Patty shuffles over to the falling man. When I tell you that I could just see her little cane just a working to get over there and them little feet just to tap it, it's so adorable. Old people are adorable. I can't wait to be that old grandma that bake cookies and people come get cookies from me all the time. The air floods back into your lungs when he groans in response. Ow, my dignity. Max. GD, I'm glad you're fine. God, I'm so glad you're okay. Do you need some rub down? Do you need some attention to any specific areas? Like, if you just need me to pay attention to any area on your body to help you out. I used to be a masseuse. No, I wasn't. I used to be a masseuse. I used to be a nurse. Oh, that's true. Yep, I used to be a nurse. So, if you need any parts of your body that need attention, Max, just go ahead and call me. Just go ahead and call me. He's alive. Oh, thank frick. You hurry to join them just in time for Max to sit up, rubbing the small of his back. Are you okay? Probably just some minor bruising, but I'll walk it off. Oh, goodness, don't smile at me. He then seems to register that you're the one speaking to him, and he breaks out into a cheerful grin. Well, I be damned, it is you. What are you doing back in our neck of the woods? You didn't by any chance come to visit me, did you? Absolutely, I will come. Yes, I did. I did come to visit you. Patty taps him lightly with her cane. You scared the tar out of us. What are you thinking standing so close to the edge like that? You could have gotten seriously hurt or even killed. It'll take more than a small fall like that to kill me, Mrs. Orchards. Aw, that is so sweet. I've taken worse dives while riding horses. And he rides horses. I mean, what better way to get all that tension out of your body than to connect with your spirit animal? I mean, do you have everything from your spirit? No. Okay, stop. Okay, all right. I just wanted to know. See, don't judge me. Don't judge me. Y'all already judging. Let's keep going. Max pushes himself off the ground and dusts himself off before hooking his thumbs into his pockets of his jeans. See, perfectly fine. Just got some dirt on me, and that'll rub out with a little dollop of detergent. I mean, so you're planning on rubbing it out? Is there anything else you're going to rub tonight that you might need some help with? I'm really good at rubbing dirt out of clothes. Okay, all right, I'll stop with it. I'll stop. Patty takes a deep breath, centering breath, pinching the bridge of her nose.
Stubborn, just like your father. Whatever will I do with the two of you?
Don't know, but I'm sure we'll find out. Please tell me your daddy looked just as good. Oh my God. Can I get the daddy-son combo? Let me stop. Not at the same time. Of course, that's weird. But I mean, like, the son first and then the daddy second. Like, no. Okay, I'll stop. He gives her a grin that says this isn't the first time he's caused her to worry. You decide to interject. You should still probably ice your back as an extra precaution. That fall was nasty. Patty, you wouldn't happen to have a package of frozen peas lying around, would you?
Oh, yes. There's some in the freezer out back.
Max blanches. Really, Tater Tot? There's no... He lets out a yelp as soon as you quickly circle him and press the tip of your pointer finger into his back. Max looks sheepish as he peers over his shoulder at you. You raise a brow in return, holding up said finger. Listen. Y'all don't know the sexiness of when you're, like, there's a man turned away from you, right? He's turned away from you. And then you walk up behind him or something like that, and he looks back at you, and you just, oh my God. I'm sorry. These guys be having me turning into a dog. I'd be like, arr, 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 arr. every time I see one of them. Oh, my goodness. That's my spirit animal. I think my spirit animal was a dog, like a wolf or a dog or something. Cause I'm telling you, like, I'll be perfectly normally reading, and you can vouch for yourself, vouch for me. Y'all have been watching me for quite some time. If you're new here, you've already seen it in the beginning of this video how calm and easy I was. But now I'm just excited. I'm like, yes, Max, 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 Max. Bouncing up and down, just barking like a little doggy.
You raise a brow in return, holding up said finger. Yeah, I'm not believing that one for a minute. Now get moving, big guy. The way I would let this... the way this man could... I just met him. I don't even know what he is. He could be a monster. He could be a schmiller. He could be a schmalker. He could be all of the above. And I don't know. And right now, I don't care. There's only 2 lines I don't cross. And that's grape and schmexual. A schmalt. I have to talk like this so YouTube don't shoot me with the demonetization thing. So if you don't understand what I'm saying, I'm so sorry. You probably shouldn't understand what I'm saying. But schmexual, schmalt, and grape is my line. I will not cross that line. But let's get going. Max scrubs his arm across his forehead after hauling your luggage up to your room. His smile is vibrant as he turns to face you. So, what do you think? Nice, right? You glance around. The inside of these 4 square walls is where you'll be staying for the next few months. Tucked into the corner of the room is a large king-size mattress with a thick cream color comforter and fluffed pillows made for maximum comfort. Oh, goodness. Hey, man, can we thumbs up the video for beds? Awesome. Put a bed emoji if you can. I don't even think there's bed emojis. If there's a bed emoji, put a bed emoji in the comment section. Because my goodness, I'm telling y'all, like, sleep is amazing. Artificial plants are sprinkled throughout the room. A large dresser rests beneath the arched window, and you can see the garden from here. While beautiful, you feel nothing but agitation. What's with that look, Tater Tot? He damn well knows. While you had your back turned, in search of cold compress, he managed to swipe your belongings before you could stop him. Oh, you're one of those, like, I'm all right. I told you I'm okay or whatever. Ooh, that's hot. I love it. It's hot, but it makes me mad. Song does that. He'll injure himself and he'll be like, no, I'm fine. I'm okay. It didn't hurt. But still, just take care of yourself, okay? It's gonna hurt when you're 70. Yeah, do you want to make it to 70 and that back's hurting? He took 2 steps at a time while leaping up the stairs. By the time you turned around, he was already on the 2nd floor. Ugh, he makes me sick. The sneaky little shite, always worrying about the well-being of others while completely foregoing his own. It's just like him. You don't even bother explaining, simply choosing to point at the bed instead. Lay down and lift your shirt up. And this is me taking care of him. Before y'all say, yeah, we knew Voyia would like this part. This is me taking care of him, okay? I just want to make sure he's better, all right? That's all. That's it. That's a bit forward, don't you think? Do you want me to poke you again? Like, sit down. Turn around. Either sit willingly, or I'll wrangle you faster than Shelly did with that 600-pounder pig at the country fair. Max holds up his hand to surrender. He lowers his large body onto the bed, eating up a good portion of the space before obeying. We love a man that obeys. You perch yourself along the edge of the mattress and take in sight his exposed skin, your observation more clinical than anything. For some people. Trust me when I say I could do both. No visual bruising, so that's good. You pull the hem of your skirt up a bit more just to double check, but smooth skin is all that greets you. Did such a large fall drop really not hurt him? Max stiffens when you accidentally brush the small of his back while You're lost in thought. Ugh, don't blush, Max. You're making me blush. Sorry, did I hurt you? The tips of his ears are dusted pink. No, it just tickled. So he's ticklish. That's so cute. Oh, you know what you're doing with these games. First, Adam. You make me like Adam. Then, not Stefan. Sorry. I'm talking about you and him. Never. I would never like that man. But Adam, I'm like, he's really growing on me. And then this. And then there's a couple others. Oh, God. Like, there's so many that are just like, oh, they're so hot. They're so cute. His hands rubbed the spot where you touched him. His gloves removed to reveal calloused fingers. Probably as a result of all the manual labor he does. He had a habit of helping all over town when he was younger, and that clearly hasn't changed. While some parts of you are glad that the kind, giving part of him still exists, old worries follow suit. Max never knew how to say no to someone in need. You're not pushing yourself too far, are you, Max? You swallow your concern, decided not to voice them aloud. Instead, you lower the frozen bag onto the base of his spine before placing your hands into your lap. I mean, we still help though. Like I'm gonna sit like a good girl and wait for him to tell me what else he needs me to do for him. Max turns his head towards you. He rests his cheek on the crook of his arm. Those warm, frosted green eyes twinkle with good humor despite his flash appearance. He is so cute. I would have never known his eyes were green though. They just look like black dots. So, what's the diagnosis, Doc? Am I gonna make a full recovery? Do you want my honest professional opinion? Lay it on me. I'm a big boy. I'm sorry. Okay, sorry. Whew. It comes out sometime. I gotta dial it back. I gotta be a good girl. You try not to smile, deciding to play along. We still need to run a few tests. But I'm afraid it's not looking good for you, Mr. Eckerman. By my calculations, you have a full 24 hours before your condition worsens and your body starts shutting down. I suggest making funeral plans. Tell your loved ones goodbye. Do what you need before the time comes. A full 24 hours, huh? I can do a lot in that time. I feel myself turning into a dog. Whoo, calm down. Be a good boy. Good girl. Calm down. A lot of damage, you mean? Are you trying to say I'm a troublemaker, Tater Tot? Not exactly, but your clumsiness somehow always manages to get you into worse predicaments. Name one time. Really? You're going to force me to point out the obvious? Well, you don't have to, and I think using such a recent event is cheating, don't you? I mean, clearly you're helping a lady fix her roof and you fell off of it. That's one. You're the one who asked me to give an example. You didn't say specifics. Give me a pen and paper and I'll outline them for you. Go and get them yourself if you're that determined. But aren't you the one who said that I needed to lie down and ice my back? Wouldn't doing that be going against the doctor's orders? He's got a point, and he's being a smart butt. But it's hot. It's still hot. I'll rectify my mistake by axing the initial prescription and suggest an old age method of going outside and rubbing some dirt in it. Maybe Shelly will let you roll around in her pig pens, free of charge. Is this your subtle way of telling me to eat shite? That's not very nice. I mean, I didn't mean to go back, but sure, whatever. What happened to our sweet old Tater Tot who would never think of implying such a thing? Boy, does city life sure does change people. Max heaves a dramatic sigh, setting aside the now defrosted bag of peas as he sits up and scooches closer to you on the bed. You can't do that. My leash is off. My family on YouTube took the leash off me, all right? You can't scoot close to I'll pounce. He knocks a playful knee against yours and shows he's kidding. A weary smile tugs at your lips. You're the one that started calling me Tater Tot after our heated argument, saying I was always salty and short-tempered. You've never once called me sweet. Are you saying you want me to give you a new nickname? You stick your tongue out at him. How about you just refer to me by my actual name? But if I do that, how will people know that you're important to me? I'm calming down, y'all. I'm calming down. His eyes are locked on your tongue, but dart away when he realizes you've taken notice. By expressing it in a normal way, giving pet names is a method of expressing it the normal way. You can tell he genuinely means that. You're surprised something as mundane as a nickname means this much to him. It still doesn't negate your next point. Yeah, but they don't usually stem from arguments. They're typically used as terms of endearment. I don't think that's always the case, but I can see your point. Alright then, what would you prefer instead? Don't give me the option. I think we can stop it right here. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I can't wait to play this. Listen, the only reason why I'm putting it in episodes is simply because my computer is making this game lag a little bit. Just a little bit. I'm noticing some tiny little spurts of lag, but it's not like super like unplayable lag, right? But I don't want y'all to have to deal with like an hour of the lagging, or if maybe something else comes up that lags, or maybe the game shuts off, and have been like 3 parts where the game has shut off and you probably see some jump skips or whatever. But I gotta let y'all go. You guys, I gotta leave y'all hanging for a little bit more, okay? So thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate it. And with all that being said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe on your way out. If you want to go in the back and check out some of the other games, by all means, this is your house too. Go in the back and check out some other stuff that I played. And if you want to recommend something to me, please put it in the description box below. The description box, voyia? The comment section below. I will never get it right. And peace and love. Stay safe out there, everybody. Bye-bye.